What's going on, guys? Mega Gig back with another video. We touched on this yesterday, and I said I would make another video of the changes to this build. That I said in a comment that the version that they're using here on the leaderboards was really good. I hadn't got to mess around with it yet, and it actually is. We've pretty much made most of the changes. Most of those builds are pretty much the same, a couple of minor things here and there, so I'll show you what I've got set up here. We are running an Esoteric of Alteration. We've swapped out our Zay's Stone of Vengeance, and we're now running Focus and Restraint. So 100% more damage all the time versus the Ring of Elements, which on the Monk is 200% more damage for 4 seconds every 20 seconds, because they have 5 element rotations. So this is a lot more damage, a lot more time. Now, to activate this, you need to activate your first part anyways, you need to have a spirit generator. So they've thrown in Crippling Wave. I'm using Rising Tide to help generate spirit, because my cooldown reduction isn't that great, and Mystic Ally tends to run out sometimes, and and I run out of spirit. And I need help generating that spirit because we're not using Cinder Coat anymore, which actually took the spirit cost, the resource cost of our fire skills, which is Wave of Light, down. So instead we're using Spirit Guards, which increase our or reduce our damage taken rather by 60% for 3 seconds. So Crippling Wave serving a couple of different purposes there: to mitigate damage, to activate more damage, and to help us generate a little spirit when we need. That's basically all the changes. My gear is still the same garbage that I had yesterday. You can see my damage is only 757,000, which is really horrible. And I made these changes, and I was able to jump right in and do a 90 fairly easily. And I'll show you. I can even show you the toughness bonus or boost right here once we activate Sweeping Wind, and then you can use Crippling Wave if you hold Shift. You can use it without striking anything. It does activate Spirit Guards, and there you can see our toughness, 948 million. And if you're using Dashing Strike, Blinding Speed, which increases your dodge chance by 40%, once both of those are active, 1.5 billion. And then in battle even it can go up to like over 2 billion. So my cooldown reduction and my sustain are both garbage on this, as well as my HP. I mean, 1.3 million is not bad, but I've had to put a lot of Paragon points to get it there. But my sustain is not really very good, and I was able to jump in and do a 90, which we'll do right now. And so we'll get in there. Ouch, range stuff really hurts. Range stuff still hurts. Now remember, a lot of our damage mitigation is coming from dodge chance from this too. So at least when it goes up to the 1.5 billion. So ranged attacks still really hurt if you're not careful, if you happen to not dodge a lot of them. And so I'm not super good at this build. So you can see I'm just going in and hitting Spirit Guards every now and then. You want to make sure you hit them at least every 3 seconds to keep your Spirit Guards up. Now, one thing about it, man, we've got 2 elite packs here. One thing about it, not having Epiphany Desert Shroud anymore, is that we do not have crowd control mitigation while that is active, because we're not running it. And I've been getting some serious lag lately on the PTR, so I don't know what is going on here. And I've always had a little bit of lag with Dashing Strike. Is there something that that I don't know about on monks that Dashing Strike lags or something? Because there's a lot of times where I hit it and it just does not go off. And maybe it has to finish all animations before it goes off or something. I don't know. But between that and then the server actually lagging as well, Depending on your attack speed, you can get 4 or 5 shots off of your wave of light before you need to reactivate or redo your spirit guards. So depending on your attack speed, if you get really, really high attack speed, you might even be able to get 6 or 7 shots off. So just keep that in mind, counting your wave of lights. Just attack and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is a slight delay in the animation, and when the spirit guards actually activate. So you do want to click your spirit generator and activate those spirit guards about a half a second before it actually drops to keep it up 100% of the time. And there, I just had to hit that twice. Had to hit dash twice. I think I said teleport earlier, but you guys knew what I meant. And our damage now up in the 900 billions. And whoa, even without the power buff, we're still hitting 400, 500 billion on some hits, which is insane when you think about how low my damage rating actually was, the 750,000. And there you can see a bunch of 200 billions in there, 500 billion. And remember, my damage rating in battle now is 750, 930. It just kind of depends, but still, that's a very low damage rating. And you can see we're not having that much trouble with this 90. Depending on mob groups, you may have a little bit of trouble. Like I said, range still really hurts, but it's going to depend on your gear, of course, and your own stats. I've got completely crap gear, not optimized. Cooldown reduction's bad, and oh no! Wait, today is Thursday. It's going to maintenance. I hope this doesn't go down. That might be why there was lag. The client just popped up in my face for a second and told me to re-sign in, so they're about to take this offline for maintenance. So let's hope I can get this done. If not, you guys can see we're doing a 90 pretty easily, and our damage is just crazy. I can imagine if you have really good gear and your damage rating is like 2 or 3 million or something. Oh man. Yeah, it's just, this build is out of control, and I would not be surprised if we saw a slight nerf in it. You don't have to keep hitting your spirit generator. You don't have to hit it for a few seconds. You just have to kind of instantly hit it. I have a bad habit of letting it attack for a couple of seconds, but it's not bad. It's a build that on speed runs it's going to be very easy to learn and play, but when you really want to push it to its max, it's going to take some it's going to take a little bit of skill and getting used to. It's not quite a cruise control skill or a cruise control build per se. Ouch. You can see running through that beam really hurt. But you can really clear stuff like nobody's business, man. The esoteric helps you stay alive, of course, from ranged and elements attacks as well. And your extra dodge chance, if you're using the blinding speed rune, also helps you kind of get in battle and get started before you begin to die. So let's check out here if there's a shrine. Oh, there is. We don't have nemesis bracers on though, so Another good floor. The rift that I had, though, that I initially did this on a 90 that I breezed through, wasn't a stupendous rift. I mean, this has been a pretty good rift. It wasn't that great, and I still did it with about a minute remaining. And the reason that I only had a minute remaining was the Rift Guardian I got, and I can't remember which one it is now, obviously. But the Rift Guardian that I got was really horrible, and I couldn't get near him to sustain and get all my ducks in a row, per se. And this guy is just horrible. Keeping spirit guards up is kind of a chore because it's only every 3 seconds. It's not 5 or 6, but it's not terribly bad. Yeah, there's a lot of beams. Ah, and there's a second teleporter in here now. Yeah, I don't know why, and it's not always server lag either. Something about teleport not always going off when I hit it. I have to hit it 2 or 3 times to get it to activate, or dashing strike rather. It's almost like a teleport. We'll just stay back and hammer these guys for a little while. Ow! Man, those electricity guys, they really hurt. Yeah, we'll just blow them up. Stop at the teleporting. This is normally a good floor, but the mob types aren't really that great here. Got nothing but those electricity dudes. Once we take this guy out in just a second, you can see we're doing massive damage to him. We'll be on the Rift Guardian, and we'll be out of spirit. There we go. Now let's see what Rift Guardian we got. She's not usually too bad. And now we're out of spirit. Now this is when that extra spirit regen comes in nice. And because of the toughness from spirit guards, we're able to kind of just sit there and generate spirit while we need to. We're not getting the extra attack damage or attack speed bonus from Seize the Initiative unless our little spiderlings are down. So we're only able to get off about 4 shots before spirit guards go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but then they drop. It drops for just a second. That delay in animation I was talking about. So depending on your gear, if you want to use this version, I would highly recommend it. It adds damage. It adds consistent damage from focus and restraint, and it adds quite a bit of toughness as long as you keep spirit guards up, guys. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think of these changes, and if you guys have any other tips and tricks that you would want to try, feel free to leave or discuss in the comments section below. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like and a comment. Subscribe if you want to see more, and more good stuff to come. Take care, guys.